Well, hello, everyone. I'm CBS19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony here on a Tuesday night. Time now 8:33. Skies are clear. Feels great outside. Thanks for watching our CBS19 Plus stream as we bring you up to date on the weather. We're also live on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. Questions, comments, concerns, place those below. We'll try to answer those as much as we can. This is going to be pretty heavy on the numbers to start with, so if numbers bore you, there are other things to watch, but we're going to go through some heavy numbers here in terms of highs, lows, averages, records, just because I got to fill 15 minutes, and so that's just totally honest with you, so we're going to go through all this. 89, the high temperature today, 94, the average high. Remember a couple years ago, 108 degrees back in 2023. This is, I remember this stretch here, so this would have been, I think, Sunday. A couple years ago in 2023. Saturday, I had forecast a high of around, I think, 109 or 110, which is the all-time high in Tyler, in East Texas. So I sat there all afternoon watching the temperature, hoping that we would tie the record. I mean, if we were going to be 108, why couldn't we just be 110? Well, we got to 108 at about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and dang it if it didn't just stop, and it never warmed up another degree. So yesterday's record high was 108, and today's record high is 108. So hot days in Tyler a couple years ago. Today, vastly different. Vastly different. I mean, 89 compared to 108. Wow, you could feel the difference today. 92 over in Longview. Also, a couple of years ago, the record high, 108. Wouldn't this feel great? 59 back in 1966. We were right at average for the low temperature today at Longview. Lufkin, 94. Also, 2 years ago, record high, 107 established. 59 in 1966, 71 the overnight low this morning. All right, so the August recap. We've had 16 days where the temperature has been below average. 10 days where the temperatures have been above average. 1 day where we hit 100 degrees. Remember last Tuesday, a week ago today? 100 degrees. Today, 11 degrees cooler. So it's been a cooler than average August. Mild by some standards. We've had some rain here and there, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Top 5 warmest days so far in 2025. Back on the final day of July, we hit 101. August 19th, also 100 degrees. And just as we were about ready to get into August, we hit 100 degrees once again. Since then, we've had a couple of days where we've gotten close, 99 degrees on August 18th. In fact, we did hit 100 back on the 19th, so that was just about a week ago. And then August 1st, also 99 degrees. 100-degree days so far this summer. Tyler's had 3, Longview's had 4. Lufkin has not hit 100 degrees this summer. Hottest summer on record, 2011. There you go. 81 times in Tyler it hit 100 degrees. Longview hit 173 degrees, or 73 days, and Lufkin hit it 63 times. The average amounts there right around about a dozen 100-degree days. All right, so highs versus average by the end of this week. Find the legend here. So here's your 0 mark. That would be average. So anywhere between that light blue area, you're talking about 0 to 5 degrees below average. That lighter blue, 5 to 10 degrees below average. So East Texas, 10 to 15 degrees below average this Friday. Average high, 94. If we're 15 degrees below average, that should take us down to about 79 or 80 degrees. It's possible. It's very possible if we have enough rain on Friday to get stuck in the 70s. I think it's in the mid-80s more likely, and into Saturday maybe lower 80s. All right, 10-day temperature trend here. Wednesday, 91, 95 Thursday. Temperature spikes because we have a warm front coming through. Then a cold front, so we knock down about 8 degrees off that high to 87, 82 on Saturday, 84 Sunday, and then we climb back out. So this could be false fall. This is real September, where we should be that time of the year, 92 degrees. And then another front late next week, bringing us another chance of rain Thursday and Friday. Could be the second high school football Friday in a row impacted by rain. We do have to watch this Friday for high school football to be impacted by showers and a few thunderstorms. We'll keep an eye on that for you. All right, so we're back to the fruit stripe gum maps here, or the lifesavers, the assorted fruit-flavored lifesavers here. First, we've got the limes and the lemons, and then we turn them back to the limes, oranges, cherries, and strawberries. tomorrow, with temperatures ranging from 77 at Mount Pleasant to 90 at Tyler to 90 at Groveton. All right, so colorful maps for sure. Heading into Thursday, we're all lemons with temperatures in the low to mid 70s, and then wow, it gets hot here. I mean, it's almost just like a sort of a flash heat where, you know, you're comfortable on Wednesday and you were today, and then boom, hot for a day. Then the cold front comes through, and Friday morning we're starting to see some of that cooler air from Jefferson to Gilmer to Mineola, and then it just pushes on down here. So there is a decided difference between, say, Athens, Jacksonville, Henderson, and points to the south. Provided Nacogdoches gets a shower Friday afternoon, they'd be sitting there at 86. If that shower doesn't materialize, it's more like 92 in Nacogdoches, 90 at Crockett, 88 at Groveton, and 89 at St. Augustine. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, rainfall reports since August 1st. So for the month, only Tyler is above average for rainfall for the month. Longview and Lufkin are below average. For the year, everybody's above. Now, we go back to summer rainfall. We count summer, meteorological summer, June 1st, August 31st, okay? That's the time frame. So in that time period, Tyler's below average for rain for the summer. Longview's above and Lufkin is above, with almost a foot of rain in Lufkin for the summer, and Longview about 10.5 inches of rainfall for the summer. And again, for the year, everybody ahead. All right, so how are we going to round out August here? Can we make up some of the deficit? Heck yeah, Friday, 60% chance of rain. Some of that in some of these pockets of yellows and greens could be heavy. In fact, there could be some thunderstorms Thursday night to the north of Interstate 20, closer to Mount Pleasant up toward Interstate 30, and then a chance for scattered showers Saturday morning. So the potential's still there to pick up an inch and a quarter of rainfall. And looking as September starts, we are still in this area where we have above average rainfall, at least favored. It may not be likely, but at least it's favored for the first 5 days of September. Near term, let's go back to September, the next couple of days. Thursday night, excessive rainfall outlook here. The area in purple, that's a slight risk we could have some flash flooding in Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, southwest Missouri, over toward Monroe, Louisiana. Here in East Texas, from Tyler up to the Arklatex, maybe 1 or 2 storms produce some quick flash flooding, so we'll certainly keep an eye on that. The quantifiable precipitation forecast here in this area in purple, this is where you're going to find 1.5 to 1 3/4 of an inch of rain. That's the next 7 days, so that's Tuesday to Tuesday. But all of this is basically Thursday night, Friday night into Saturday. So there's still potential here in that area in purple to pick up 1.5 to 3 inches of rainfall. The areas in light blue to dark blue, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1.25 inches. So we're not pulling the plug yet on the hopes of getting some downpours and rainfall, even though some of the data that I've looked at would suggest that we get a lot less rain than this. And one of those pieces of data, if you look at Future Skycast, excuse me, start tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We've got temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s. These light rain showers are moving through the Arklatex at that time. And then you'll see a southerly flow return. So it gets pretty humid here Wednesday night, Thursday, during the day, Thursday into Friday. Here comes a cold front interacting with all that humidity, all this heat. Some of those could be gusty as they move down to about Jefferson or Interstate 20 before, at least in our in-house high-resolution computer data, it weakens. And then as it weakens, we get into Friday with widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. That does not look like 1.5 to 3 inches of rainfall. I'm going to get 6 more hours of data in, and by 10 o'clock, we'll see if this fills back in. If it doesn't fill in, high school football is fine Friday. If it fills in, like we think it will, then we're talking about possible delays for high school kickoffs, or maybe getting a half a game in and having to complete it on Saturday. We'll see how this sets up. The front looks like it's laying right here at Emory, Mineola to Gilmer. So the front still has to move through parts of Deep East Texas. And so it may be this area where we have the clear skies depicted here at 1 p.m., where the instability is the greatest, that may develop into that wider spread area of showers and thunderstorms. All right, eye on the tropics. Fernand still out there in the Atlantic, moving away. Everything else remains quiet in the Gulf. National Hurricane Center not forecasting anything for the next 7 days. But remember, we are still not to the peak of hurricane season that will occur on September 10th. Water temperatures, plenty warm enough to support a storm should one develop somewhere in the Western Caribbean, Eastern Caribbean over toward the Windward Islands. Areas of shear are here to keep storms from forming in the Western Caribbean, so even if one could get going, it looks like that shear would tear it apart, and so that's one of the reasons that the National Hurricane Center not too excited about hurricane development over the next 7 days. Beyond that, we'll wait and see. Plenty of time, as I said, for the season to still produce something. It's a great night tonight. Partly cloudy. We'll see a low around 70 degrees. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., 74 degrees, 84 at noon, 89 by 5 p.m. High temperatures tomorrow north of I-20 could be in the mid to upper 80s. South of I-20, we're likely in the lower 90s. Mix of sun and clouds. East winds 8 to 12 miles an hour, so there's a little bit of a late summer breeze still blowing around. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. See, you don't have to stay up till 10 o'clock to see a 10-day forecast. I just gave it to you now. 91, 95 on Thursday, 87 on Friday, widespread thunderstorms, 82 Saturday, morning showers, and then it stays comfortably cool for Labor Day. Monday, 88, 89 on Tuesday, back to low 90s on Wednesday. So if this is false fall, this is real East Texas weather coming back in by Wednesday. And more showers, perhaps for the second consecutive Friday in a row, rounding out that 10-day forecast. Thanks for watching CBS 19 Plus, our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to answer those when I see those in the comments section. Otherwise, you guys have a great night, and we will see you at 10 o'clock.